Welcome to Paleobites, the podcast where our subjects sink into the dirt and lie alone for millions of years. And also they talk about dinosaurs!
Sounds like me.
Yep, exactly. That sounds like us, doesn't it? You think
Right?
we're talking about something, but no, we're talking about that.
Yep.
And my name is Matthew Donald, and each week I and a rotating series of guest co-hosts talk about and rate a genus of prehistoric animal, be it dinosaur, mammal, arthropod, and so on. This week I'm joined by the official ambassador between human and dinosaur culture. It's Lawrence Mack.
Greetings. Just because I used to, have pet dinosaurs, I mean, I don't know if I'm being ambassadorial status.
Of course. I mean, you have a translator device, right?
Right. Oh, yeah. From the Enterprise.
Yeah, exactly. So you can tell us what is going on.
Right.
Can you tell me what my bird is thinking? She's a dinosaur, so she's work on her, right?
That's kind of funny. We just watched Up the other day, and the dogs had that translator device.
Did you watch it on Disney Plus?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, because I just got Disney Plus. I'd watched the first Toy Story. It's been a long time since I've seen the first Toy Story.
Right, we watched the first two the other day.
You can tell the CGI in Toy Story is dated, but it's amazing though how it still holds up.
Right, it's still good.
Because if you look at most CGI from back then, they're most of the other ones are unwatchable.
Right.
Like Beast Wars. Do you remember Transformers Beast Wars?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It looks so bad now.
Right?
So Toy Story, as limited as they were at the time, it's still very watchable.
Right. So it's a fun little fact. Pixar, it was Toy Story Pixar or was Toy Story
It was Pixar.
It was, so Pixar, actually, their very first, gig, their first actual published scene where they first got their
Was it the lamp one?
No, it was actually way earlier in Star Trek. In Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan, there's a scene where the planet, I don't know if you've seen it or
I have not seen it.
There's a scene in there where they shoot a torpedo at a planet.
Yeah.
It's supposed to give the entire planet life, like it's a dead planet.
Oh, nice.
It's called Genesis Project.
Okay.
And the entire animation of them shooting the torpedo at the planet, and the planet instantly turning into, a big life-giving planet,
right,
was all actually done by Pixar, and it's kind of where they...
That is neat. Their company, I think RenderMan is their technology, is what it's named. And RenderMan also has a basis for, in the ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, animation company, so a lot of that is still technically Pixar tech.
Yeah.
And Industrial Light and Magic, they did the Transformers and the live-action Transformers movies, they did Jurassic Park, they did the Star Wars prequels. They're the big one other than Weta, which is the one that did Lord of the Rings and King Kong and all the Andy Serkis stuff. That's all Weta.
Right.
So
I thought I went from talking dinosaurs all the way into the
Pixar thing, and yet we're not talking about Disney's about Pixar's dinosaur movie, The Good Dinosaur, which I haven't seen, but I've heard it's fine.
Right? Yeah, we were talking about that the other day too. We haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's good. So
I've heard it's fine at best, though. It's
right. Obviously, it's not anatomically correct.
I have a problem with the fact that I've mentioned this on the podcast before, actually, but I'm going to bring it up again. I have a problem with the fact that the world is so realistic looking, but the dinosaurs, especially the main one, are so cartoony.
Really?
It's a huge, jarring contrast.
Right.
Because the world looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like the wilderness, like the forest.
Right.
It looks so amazing, but the characters are just... It's Dr. Seuss creatures.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't remember it, any seeing previews about it.
Oh, yeah, but if you ever watch it, it's
interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyways,
Okay.
I was going to ask you a dinosaur question, but I think we've talked enough about other things, that we don't really need to do our usual...
about a couple dinosaur movies that we may or may not have seen.
I mean, there's a dinosaur in Toy Story.
Right, yeah, see, Rex, there you go.
Yeah.
It was, of course, my first thought is, Rex sounds familiar. And I look him up, and of course, he, had
Wallace Shawn, right?
Yeah.
He was in Princess Bride. Inconceivable. I've heard some people, honest trailers for Toy Story called him Inconceivable Rex.
Oh, they did?
Instead of
That's
Indominus
awesome.
Rex, kind of.
Nice. Yeah, also had a recurring role in, of course, Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Oh, yeah.
He played the planetary leader for the Ferengi, the big eared.
He was also a teacher in Clueless.
Was he really?
Yes.
Nice.
I love that movie. I grew up with 3 sisters and no brothers, so of course I love that movie.
Of course, yeah. Surprise.
It's getting cold out. It's getting snowy out. I'm assuming it is. We're recording this ahead of time. But it's come out and it'll be Christmas Eve, I believe. The holiday season is upon us.
Right.
Some people
feel like Christmas.
Yep. Presents are gonna come down, from a certain jolly guy from the chimney. My mother, no.
Right.
With a big beard, right?
Right. I mean,
bowl full of Jello. Belly full of, like a bowl full of Jello.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And the people who decide once a year to go to church.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that was me for a while,
Yep.
actually.
Oh, well,
I just gave up.
Yeah, same here. But a friend of mine who was religious, she said that her church calls them CEOs, Christmas, Easter only.
That's awesome.
I
like it.
Yeah, I think my parents' church calls them Creasters, which isn't quite as funny, but sounds funny.
Right, yeah. I like the CEO thing.
Yeah, CEO is pretty
clever. That was me for a few years, and I just gave up.
Yeah, I just like, who needs it? I'm all about science.
Right, yeah, exactly. Where's the Scientology class?
Oh, okay, I guess that's true. Ask John Travolta or Tom Cruise, right?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Okay, but so, as well as the Jolly Red Giant, instead of the Jolly Green Giant, it's a Jolly Red Giant-ish. He's not...
So instead of green beans, does the Jolly Red Giant make, like, chili beans?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I can assume so, especially...
Maybe.
Alright. As well as him, one of his helpers, as well as the elves, is this guy. I think. I don't know. Actually, we picked this one just because Santa is the first 5 letters of its name. But it's actually named... It's Santana Thief, and Santana is means the word... It actually means holy in Spanish. And it's also the name of a Latin rock band. It's like a whole style. So it actually has nothing to do with Santa. It might be quite offensive for me to say it this way. But
you said means holy, right?
Yeah.
Santa's kind of like a holy, like he's a saint, right? Saint Nick.
He's more like Satan, because he's
right,
like
I was gonna say the first
he's drawing people away from the story of Jesus by so
yeah.
Because he's like Satan and Santa are anagrams of each other. So.
Right, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're dyslexic, maybe you could be visited by the devil, or you could be
sell your soul to Santa, right?
Right, yeah, exactly. I'm not sure Santa would want my soul.
What we do with it, yeah. Alright, well anyways, we're talking about Santanaraptor.
Santanaraptor.
It is it's an early tyrannosaurid. But it's really primitive, though. We'll get to that. Because it was, like...
So it didn't make real tools, it just used, like, rocks and as a hammer or something?
Oh, yeah. Exactly. Well, is it, like, speaking of, like, Toy Story and Tim Allen, right?
Right, yeah.
I actually never watched that, so everyone's like, ugh, and I'm like, what is this? What is this noise? Everyone makes it in terms of Tim Allen. I don't know what this is.
Right? Oh, is that on?
Home Improvement?
Home Improvement?
It's just, yeah.
Is that on Disney Plus? I don't think. I thought I saw it.
Oh, no. I'll have to go look it up.
Yeah.
I know that Tim Allen and Jonathan Taylor Thomas are both on it.
Yeah.
The voice of young Simba. So.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Anyways.
I remember my dad used to watch it all the time.
It's just been more Disney talk than dinosaur talk.
Right.
And again, not talking about Disney's dinosaur.
Right.
Which I also have been watching on Disney Plus. That still holds up, too.
Right, yeah. No, I was going to watch that the other day.
Oh, it's good. I don't like the lemurs in it. I mean, the lemurs, the characters themselves are fine. I just don't like the fact that lemurs are in it at all.
Are there, yeah.
But that's okay.
I mean... I was more bugged by the fact they spoke English, but...
No, that's true. They should be like...
Right? Just have subtitles for the whole movie.
Yeah, like, it's true. The trailer made it seem like they wouldn't talk.
Right, yeah.
And then suddenly they talked when you watch the movie. I'm like, what?
So wasn't it like a narrator kind of for the trailer?
No, it was just the scene of the egg being...
being taken up by the
pterodactyl and then all the other stuff.
Triceratops.
Yeah.
That was not right.
There isn't even... That's one thing I like about that movie. There's not really any of the stock dinosaurs in it. Instead of Triceratops, it's Pachyrhinosaurus and Styracosaurus.
Yeah.
Instead of...
T-Rex and Carnotaurus.
Yes, instead of Apatosaurus, it's Brachiosaurus.
Right.
Which is your favorite, though.
One
of your
my favorite long-necked.
Right, and like, there are raptors in it, but you never specify which one, so...
Right, yeah, exactly.
And it's hard to tell with those.
Interesting.
Anyway, Santanaraptor.
Yeah. What were we talking about again?
It's 4 feet / 1.3 meters long, so it's a little guy.
Okay.
Only
I mean, yeah.
50 pounds.
That's later than my dog.
I know, this is a little tyrannosaurid.
Right? It's a little baby.
Aw. It is a carnivore. I mean, it's a tyrannosaurid, so that's to be expected.
Right.
It's from the early Cretaceous. This is what I mean by primitive. Like, T-Rex was at the very end of the Cretaceous,
right.
66 million years ago. but this was 112 to 109 million years ago. So a full 40 to 50 million years earlier.
It's just like a blink of the eye.
Especially to the Earth, right?
Right, yeah.
Geology.
Earth didn't even know the difference.
Yep. It's from Brazil, which I guess... I was going to say Spanish, that makes sense, but Brazil speaks Portuguese, so I don't...
Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Did they speak... when was it discovered?
It was described in 1999.
Oh, well, never mind then. Interesting. Okay.
I don't know, maybe Santana. I mean, there's a lot of overlap between Portuguese and Spanish, from what I know. They have a similar sort of sounding language.
Yeah,
so.
kind of have like that same base ancestor language or something.
Yeah, so I guess Santana might be wholly in Portuguese too. I don't know. Who could be bothered to check?
Maybe it's something completely different in Portuguese.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe Santana is actually short or elongated for just Satan.
Okay, I was going to say it means unholy instead of holy. Yeah. Well, then I don't know. I was going to make a joke, but I don't remember what it was.
We'll laugh about it later.
All right. So, this pop culture appearances. None that I can find, but it's probably in Jurassic World, the game. Everything's in that game. That mobile one I was telling you about.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Nice. So,
I thought for sure it would have been in Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Oh, it could have been. Speaking of Tim Allen, this whole podcast is all coming together.
Yeah, boom.
Despite us talking about so much crap, we're actually, it's all kind of
finally
linked.
related it together.
Yeah. That's on Disney Plus, right? The Santa Claus movies?
Yeah, they are.
I've actually never seen them, so I don't think I'm going to watch it because I doubt they hold up. Maybe they.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just feel like I have no nostalgia to it, so I...
Right. I don't know about the second two, but of course it's a nostalgia for me too, but I know the first one I think holds up really well.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll give it a
watch. Yeah, it's like one of those classics that, even if there's like CGI is kind of a little weird, I mean I don't have that much CGI in it, but...
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and also, like, it's a movie where the premise is that they kill Santa, so that's kind of interesting.
I mean, maybe the Santanaraptor was actually the responsible because the current Santa was being mean to him or something.
Oh, so Santanaraptor is like the assassin, the one that keeps him in line.
Right.
Like
so
if he goes
Tim
out...
Allen, he was like, Tim Allen be good to me. I'm just going to kill this Santa.
Santanaraptor has so much power, but he's only 4 feet long. How could he kill a big bowl of jelly belly?
He was on a slippery roof. You just had to push him a little.
I guess it's true, but...
Right.
All right.
Spoiler alert for Santa Claus, I guess.
Alright, so this is a primitive tyrannosaurid. It was actually named after the Santana Formation in which it was discovered. More specifically, the Rumaldio Formation in the Santana group in northwestern Brazil. And also Santana means holy in Spanish and possibly in Portuguese, but again, who can be bothered to check? And is, like I said earlier, is the name of a Latin rock band. So yeah, it has absolutely nothing to do with Santa Claus, and it's probably offensive for me to use it this way, but I want to do something for Christmas, okay? Leave me alone!
It's close. We can just, maybe Santanaraptor was like green and red.
Yeah, maybe.
Or something.
Right, exactly.
We'll never know, but we can think of it that way.
Yeah. This was a very primitive tyrannosaurid, as I said. So much that when it was first discovered, it was thought to be a Maniraptorian theropod, hence the raptor at the end of its name.
Okay.
That was like one of those. However, further studies show it to be a basal coelurosaur, which is the overall clade, I don't know how to pronounce it, I think it's clade, that the tyrannosaurids are a part of, based on certain features found in its femur.
Interesting, the femur.
Okay, so I was thinking about this before when I was looking at a video of someone studying fossils, and I'm like, this is why I will never become a real paleontologist.
Uh-huh.
I am so inobservant. Like someone says, hey, at work, hey, can you get that thing? And I'm like, where? Like, it's right in front of me. Like, I can't see it. Where? It's right there.
Right there.
I cannot find it. My mind just cannot seem to find stuff like that. So I'd be terrible looking at bones and being like, oh, yeah, that's a little different. Oh, that's sort of like this family. I'd be like, oh, there's a feature there.
But of course, you have to put them together, too. So you also have to put it all together and then realize the differences.
Right, exactly. So that's why, even though I know a lot about dinosaurs, I still consider myself a casual prehistory fan.
Yeah.
I'm just, I guess, a hardcore casual prehistory fan.
And I've learned a little bit. I've taken some college courses and stuff on it and whatnot. So I know, things... a lot of the major differences are the hip formations,
right?
Like how the hips are shaped and everything, but the femur seems,
and they all have different little I see sometimes this family is different from this family due to different holes in the front of the teeth, and I'm like, how do they know from that?
Right?
This is so specific. I don't know.
Right? I feel like we're getting to the point where we're this was a dinosaur. It ate meat. why are we being like racist towards the dinosaurs? Maybe I don't know. Maybe back then they're like, I'm not different than you just because I have a different hole in my tooth.
Yeah, it's a simpler
I
time.
Be discriminated against. Like all the CEOs were the.
It's like, oh, we've hired another whole tooth, and I'm like, no, get him out of my office right now.
Now we gotta hire another one to keep up with the law.
That's true. We might make sure that doesn't look like we're discriminating.
Right. Yep. We have a lawsuit on our hands.
Yeah, exactly. For PR purpose, we gotta make sure we hire at least 3 or 4 whole tooth ones.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I don't think whole tooth is a thing. That's just called a cavity.
Right, yeah.
Like, exactly. I don't think that's not like one about that. That's just what came to my mind.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So this is the first tyrannosaurid known from Gondwana, which is the southern continent that included South America, Africa, India as well, Australia, and Antarctica.
Okay.
Yeah, see, India was originally its own subcontinent, and then it drifted upwards. That's actually where the Himalayas came from.
Oh, nice.
Because it smashed into Asia and then pushed them up.
Nice. So maybe we just got it all wrong. Or maybe we got it all right. Santanaraptor, is on Gondwana, and it included Antarctica. So maybe Santa really lives in the South Pole.
Oh, maybe.
Or maybe he's just the opposite of Santa, and he's like... what's that?
Krampus?
Krampus,
Krampus,
yeah. Maybe it really serves Krampus, and Krampus lives in the South Pole.
So later, the tyrannosaurs were pushed out of the southern continent by competition from the Carcharodontosaurids, which includes like Giganotosaurus and Carcharodontosaurus, and also the Abelosaurids, which includes, speaking of Disney's dinosaur, Carnotaurus.
There we go. They're just big bullies, aren't they?
They are, keeping the family confined to the northern continent of Laurasia, made up of North America, Europe, and Asia. So that's good, because that means they're closest to the North Pole.
Oh, so yeah, exactly. They were migrating to see Santa.
You're right, exactly. And the tyrannosaurids, like Santanaraptor, have a much better access to the workshop from Laurasia than Gondwana.
Yeah,
right?
see, there we go.
They
left Krampus aside and they went to Santa.
Yeah, it's like, we're jumping ship here. The hatchlings of the world have to get their toys somehow.
Exactly.
So that's our Christmas. How are we going to rate? We're going to rate it 1 out of 65 million. And try not to let the festive spirits, like, boost it too much. Like, it's still only 4 feet long.
Feelings festive. Like, I always have this weird thing, and everybody makes fun of me for it, but I always want to go to the mall during the Christmas season.
Why?
Not to shop, not to do anything. I just want to, like, go and just experience. Like, I'm an introvert, but
experience the true capitalist America Christmas.
Right? Yeah, exactly. The true meaning of Christmas. See all the Santanaraptors all running around me, and all the other little elves getting eaten alive. I mean, having fun making toys and stuff.
Okay, well, I'm going to be a real Grinch or Scrooge or Krampus because there's nothing special about this guy other than the name, and he's really small. 5 million.
5? Oh,
I said it.
Real tough. Wow.
Yeah.
I think your heart needs to grow a few more sizes there, Krampus.
No. I just. Well, what is it? What's another famous phrase in that show? It's been so long since I've seen The Grinch.
Right.
I know that maybe Christmas is something a little bit more, but that doesn't fit with this context.
Yeah, no, not quite.
Just bah humbug is what I said.
Bah humbug, there you go. Well, we'll mix them around a little bit.
Okay.
Ooh, 5 million from you, huh? Well,
maybe I should get a picture for you, just so because they can actually see what the heck we're talking about. Santanaraptor.
If it's wearing a Santa hat, I'm giving it 66 million.
Just going one above perfect.
Oh no, there's none.
Look at it; it's kind of cute with its fuzz there.
Right? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got to have its fuzz to stay warm in the North Pole, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
and in the northern parts of Brazil, right?
Right. Yeah. Northern Brazil, it gets very chilly there in the
the wet season, yeah,
or in monsoon season.
Yeah.
Interesting. They really kind of make it look like raptors,
Yeah. Well, I mean, Coelurosaurs is a big super family. It's like it's not family, it's like a clade of dinosaurs, so it includes a bunch of smaller families in it. I think it includes both tyrannosaurs and raptors,
oh, okay,
so dromaeosaurs, so.
Yeah, I'm not sure I see this whole femur thing they're talking about either. But,
yeah. But it definitely doesn't have one of those claws.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. No claws.
So see how lame it is?
Yeah, I mean, you're right, it is all kind of in the name, but, this Christmas season, I feel like I'll give it like 45 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I don't like. When people are like, I like Christmas. Why? Because it's Christmas. I'm like, You can't debate point A because of A.
Right? No, I like chairs because they're chairs. Right?
No, I am a Scrooge, aren't I?
Right? Yeah. No, I get that point.
All right, well,
I
this
just
is...
feel like giving, it's kind of family time.
Right,
right. They're up there helping Santa. They're doing their best. 45 million. I'm sure they can't wrap presents very well.
This is by far the biggest difference in scores between the two hosts that I've ever had on the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, interesting.
Okay. Right on.
Well, that's the show for this week. If you want to follow me, if you want to get a hold of the podcast, I guess you can email us at mattd@matthewdoncreator.com. And you can find me on social media at MatthewDonCreator on Facebook, at MatthewDon64 on Twitter, and MatthewDon64 on Instagram. You can contact me there. You can contact Lawrence here. You can praise him for his Christmas spirit and get on to me. Send me a lump of coal for daring to give...
Send me the lump of coal, got to keep the Santanaraptors warm somehow.
I guess that's true. I'll just burn them. Because I really hate Christmas, and I hate Santanaraptors.
Just burn them all.
Okay, now
or should we call you Matt Targaryen or something?
Oh,
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Burn them all.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm not sure if she said that. I guess
I haven't seen Game of Thrones.
You haven't seen Game of Thrones?
I never got into it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks too cynical for me, and then I heard it ended badly.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like maybe a year ago, I would have really, pushed it on you, but now I'm like. That ending was just so bad. I mean, the actors and everything did a great job doing their job. And,
right.
I feel like I'm on the fence about wanting them to redo the last couple seasons because the actors, put in all that effort.
Yeah, I know, and I could tell
it was the writers and the showrunners that really just destroyed it.
Those two showrunners, they were so excited to go do Star Wars that they rushed it, and then it turns out they're not even doing Star Wars anymore.
Fired from Star Wars.
So what?
Right.
Anyway,
happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Screw Game of Thrones, screw Star Wars, screw Santanaraptor.
Right? Yeah, make sure you're good for the whole year. Obviously, you only have one more day, but that way
you have a week.
Doesn't take you to see Krampus.
You have a week.
A week. See, there you go.
Yeah.
A week to earn some more coal.
I guess you have a week for the. Oh, you meant a day before Christmas comes, and when.
Right.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the year. Okay.
Oh, well, Santa visits me on New Year's Day because he brings me bottles of champagne.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a cool Santa.
Yeah, he gives me that extra week to make up for the whole year.
Nice. Anyways, if you're interested in writing, you could listen to my other podcast, The Writ Wit, where two twits talk about writing. I've gotten to the point where I plug both of the shows with the other show now. I'm like a real networker. Yeah.
What?
Finally, I have a book series on Amazon, Megazoic, Dinosaur Sci-Fi, available on Amazon for print and Kindle. It's nearly Christmas, so buy it for someone, if you please. It's a perfect holiday gift. Yeah, it's a perfect holiday gift.
Exactly. I'd love a Kindle. I mean, a book, yeah.
Right. Well, so yep, that's it for Paley Bites, and as we say at the end of every episode, ho, ho, ho. Roar, 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 roar.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry